All right, it's taking us live. All right, it's taking us live. Okay, we are live on YouTube. So without further ado, I'll get tonight's program started. So thank you all who are viewing this on YouTube for attending tonight's meeting. I want to thank all those who are on this call, from our board members to guests and our judges, for being part of tonight's competition. This is a really exciting competition we have here for tonight, and we're super excited to get underway with tonight's proceeding. I will say before I get into my remarks that this competition and this entire year has been really challenging to organize given the challenges of COVID-19, but because of the great support of the law school community, from faculty to student to staff, and even our guests here on this call, tonight's program would not be possible without their continued support and the obvious hard work of my board members. So let me begin my thank yous with our judges who are here tonight. We have Judge Bledsoe, Judge Holmes, and Judge Barbero who are arguing tonight, who will be our panel tonight. And we want to thank them for their time and opportunity of taking out of their busy schedules to be our judges tonight. In a moment, Dean Gayabov will share with you all their incredible background so you all can see just how impressive these judges are. I also want to take an opportunity to thank our competitors who are on this call. Our competitors competed in a pool of over 50 applicants individually, 50 applicants. And over subsequent rounds, they've made it to this final competition. It's an incredible accomplishment, and we want to congratulate all our competitors for making it this far, and also for accommodating all the changes we had to make given COVID, and their incredible patience and incredible professionalism. I also want to take an opportunity to thank our faculty here at UVA for their incredible support for tonight's competition and throughout the entire year for the Lile board. I want to recognize Dean Gayabov, who has continued to support Lile throughout the entire year and in previous years as well. I want to thank Dean Kendrick for her support, as well as helping us obtain one of our judges tonight. And I also want to recognize the clerkship office, including Ruth Payne, who helped us receive our two judges we have here as well. And last but not least, I want to recognize Professors Ware and Joe Ford for the incredible support they provided to Lile. Usually Professor Ware and Ford have provided support in terms of writing a problem, and they've done that this year as well. But in addition to their support in creating and helping us create this problem, they also helped Lile in terms of all the challenges we face. This year is incredibly different than previous years, and because of the great expertise, the support from Professors Ware and Ford, their incredible dedication and support has made Lile so successful this year, and we can't be more grateful for all the work they've done and the support they provided us. So I want to recognize their support as well. Last but not least, I want to acknowledge my board members who are part of this call, and all of them who have provided support for us in this competition. I want to recognize those members who are on this call, starting with Gray Moyler, our Assistant Vice President for the final rounds. He's been an incredible asset to our board, helping with a lot of the logistical matters that are important for getting this competition underway. I also want to recognize our problem writer, Henry Lee, who helped create this incredible problem that we all know. And we want to recognize his colleague, Logan Leonard, who helped create the bench memo and assisted Henry in other aspects of the writing problem. So thank you to you both for your work on this matter. And definitely, last but not least, I want to recognize Almas Abdullah. She is our vice president for the for the final rounds, And I just want to thank you all for all the work you've been doing. And I also want to highlight that Almas has been working not only on this competition, but the quarterfinals competition as well. So we're so proud and happy to see that she's been doing all this work for two competitions, both of which are occurring in the same week. So Almas has been an incredible ally and worker for the sport. We wouldn't have this competition tonight without her work. So we want to recognize the effort Almas has put in, as well as other members of our board. I want to just give all our viewers an understanding of how tonight's competition will proceed. So after my remarks, Dean Gallibuff will provide an introduction of our judges. She will provide a brief bio and introduction of their backgrounds, so you all know who our judges are and just how impressive they all are. And after Dean Gallibuff speaks about our judges, we will then pass it off to Henry and Logan, who will share with you all a description of the problem, and both on the facts and the law. And after Henry and Logan speak, we will then pass it off to Almas, who will call the case. And then once she's called the case, she'll pass it off to Judge Holmes, who will get tonight's proceeding started. And this competition, like all of Lile's competition, will be an issue by issue oral argument. So petitioners will start with issue 1, followed by the respondents in issue 1. And after issue 1 has been concluded by the respondents, we will proceed to issue 2. That will be argued by petitioners first, followed by respondents. And then the petitioners will follow up with a 2-minute rebuttal. That's tonight's program. Thank you all once again for viewing this and being part of Lile's competition this year. We really appreciate you all tuning in. And without further ado, please let me pass it off to Dean Gallibuff to provide her remarks. Thank you all.
Thank you, Sadiq. Good afternoon. I'm Risa Gallibuff. I'm the Dean of the Law School. I'm glad you have all tuned in to watch this moot court. I'm thrilled to be part of today's event, and I want to thank the entire Lile Moot Court Board, and especially Sadiq Abdul and Almas Abdullah for organizing today's competition and for inviting me to be a part of it. The William Minor Lile Moot Court competition is now in its 93rd year, and it is the primary intramural moot court competition at the University of Virginia. It is one of our great traditions, and it encapsulates a lot of what makes this law school so special. The hard work and pursuit of excellence that is a part of moot court, the thinking creatively, learning how to apply existing laws in novel circumstances to take the next step in legal reasoning and advocacy, the cooperation among our students, both the students who work in the teams in the competition and the students who organize these events, and the show of support within our community and the students who have helped their friends prepare for today by mooting their arguments, the faculty and administrators who are watching today to cheer on their students and who have helped them get to this day. So the Lile Moot Court also demonstrates another wonderful aspect of our institution, which is how much we learn from having leaders in the profession join us for events such as these. So I have the privilege of introducing our 3 judges this afternoon. Judge Jerome A. Holmes was appointed to the U.S. Court of Appeals for the 10th Circuit in 2006. He received his law degree from Georgetown University Law Center in 1988, where he served as editor-in-chief of the Georgetown Immigration Law Journal. He received a bachelor's degree in history from Wake Forest University, graduating cum laude. And he began his legal career as a law clerk for the Honorable Wayne E. Alley of the U.S. District Court for the Western District of Oklahoma and for the Honorable William J. Holloway Jr. on the 10th Circuit. So his roots there go deep. He then practiced for 3 years at Steptoe and Johnson in DC before joining the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Western District of Oklahoma. As an AUSA, Judge Holmes worked on the prosecution team for the Oklahoma City bombing, helping to secure the convictions of both Timothy McVeigh and Terry Nichols. He then worked in private practice at one of Oklahoma's oldest law firms, Crowe and Dunleavy, before joining the bench. A lifelong learner, Judge Holmes also earned a master's degree in public administration from Harvard University's John F. Kennedy School of Government in 2000, where he was a John B. Pickett Fellow in Criminal Justice Policy and Management. Judge Holmes is also committed to a life of service, not only in his work, but outside of it as well. He has served on the Board of Governors of the Oklahoma Bar Association, including a term as its vice president. He is the past president of the William J. Holloway Jr. American Inn of Court and a former commissioner of the American Bar Association's Commission on Homelessness and Poverty. So welcome to Judge Holmes.
Thank you. Delighted to be here.
So happy to have you. Judge Louis A. Bledsoe III is Chief Judge of the North Carolina Business Court. He was appointed Special Superior Court Judge for complex business cases by Governor Pat McCrory in 2014. He has served in the role of Chief Judge since 2018, and he was nominated for and unanimously confirmed for a second term on the Business Court in July 2019. A native of Charlotte, North Carolina, Judge Bledsoe attended UNC Chapel Hill as a Morehead, now Morehead Kane, scholar. He graduated Phi Beta Kappa in 1981 and received the William P. Jaycox Award as the Outstanding Man in UNC's graduating class. He graduated cum laude from Harvard Law School in 1984 and began his legal career as a judicial law clerk to the Honorable Sam J. Ervin III on the United States Court of Appeals for the Fourth Circuit. He practiced commercial and business litigation at Robinson, Bradshaw, and Hinson in Charlotte for nearly 29 years until his appointment to the bench. He is a member of the American College of Business Court Judges and currently serves as one of the college's representatives to the ABA Business Law section. Welcome.
Very much.
Thank you for being here. Finally, our third judge today is Megan Barbero. She is Deputy General Counsel of the U.S. House of Representatives, where she manages strategic litigation and provides advice and counsel for House members and committees. She joined the House Office of General Counsel in 2019. She has raised and argued cases involving historic questions around the separation of powers and the enforcement of congressional subpoenas seeking the president's information. She has also written briefs for the House managers in both recent presidential impeachment trials. Ms. Barbero previously served for 5 years as a career attorney with the appellate staff of the Civil Division of the United States Department of Justice. While there, she represented the United States as lead attorney in the federal courts of appeals in a diverse range of civil litigation. Ms. Barbero earned her BA magna cum laude from Harvard College in 2001 and graduated Order of the Coif from Stanford Law School in 2005. She clerked for the Honorable Pamela Ann Reimer of the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals, and she practiced at WilmerHale in Boston and DC for 7 years as a member of the firm's appellate and Supreme Court and intellectual property litigation teams before joining the Department of Justice. Welcome, Judge Barbero.
Thank you.
We are so honored to have all three of these knowledgeable and accomplished judges and lawyers join us today. I think you can all see how wonderful they are going to be given their incredibly widespread experience and backgrounds. Thank you so much to all three of you for taking the time to judge our moot court competition. I so look forward to watching you work and to learning all that I know that we will learn from you. I will now hand things over to Henry Lee and Logan Leonard, who will share the description of the problem. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey everyone, before we pass it off to Henry and Logan, we are facing slight difficulties with the competition in terms of tech issues. So it seems like the live stream is has created a separate one than what was sent to the law school. So fortunately, this meeting is being recorded, but I asked if we can all just